Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Hollywood Lanes, 2691 West Liberty Avenue. Just look for the bright lights. There's a bright sign, bowling, right next to Dunkin' Donuts. I can see everybody made it that I talked to, and even a few people must have come in off the street. They heard Smokin' Jim was on time. Sorry for the delay. These things happen with technology, mostly on my fault. I was trying to get the lights adjusted because I didn't see anybody here. Now I can see we have a full house. Thanks. That's my Blues Brothers glasses. Appreciate that. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. My co-host, Smokin' Jim Frazier. This is Pittsburgh Sportsline, and we're doing our normal Monday night show. We're going to be here once a month, every month this year. Jeffrey Park, owner of Hollywood Lanes, has agreed to that. He's missing this. He's at a council meeting in Dormont right now, but he'll be back at the end of the show. We're honored to be here. We've got a nice crowd here. They're eating a lot of the snacks that are out here, so appreciate it. And I heard some people have even bowled already. So come on out here and bowl, and you can check out the prices when you come here. We'll bring up somebody that'll explain it a little better than I can. There's a lot of bright lights. It's just a great venue here, and we're glad to be here. Thank everybody for watching us on Verizon 32, everywhere in the Pittsburgh area, every Tuesday through Saturday night, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Only Comcast 7 in Bethel Park. That's how they set it up. Still 7 o'clock to 8. And I even heard we're on at 11 o'clock in the morning on Monday and possibly 7 days a week. So check it out. We just hit a new high on Facebook since we started this, 5,071 likes. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. And now that I have this smartphone, I can check to see if it's updated, Smokin' Jim. But let's get this show moving here. We're going to move forward. I want to thank Devin Shea for being on the camera, setting us up. Rosie for being a new volunteer. She's doing great work there. You can see them fine-tuning it right now. And we start our show off with What's on Your Mind, and it's sponsored by Skeets Lewandowski, the owner of Skeets Service Station. So he's a proud sponsor. And Smokin' Jim, I happened to drop by at Skeets' place today. He had a late lunch, and he had a Bethel Bakery donut waiting for me. So how can you beat a service station? He told me, thanks for the promotion. I said, I have one. It's a special. If you haven't got your snow tires on, go out to Skeets Service Station and tell them Al Levine, the Talking Machine, and Smokin' Jim Frazier said you need snow tires on. It snowed today, but I don't think we're getting snow the next few days. It'll even get up into the 40s. That's my weather report, and we're going to start the show right now with What's on Your Mind. Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
please don't break it.
You got to see Levine. Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I always said, anything a man can do, a woman can do better. The best college basketball team is not Duke, Kentucky, or UCLA. The best college basketball team is UConn's women's team. 10 national championships since the year 2000. The Pittsburgh Steelers aren't the best football team. The best football team is the undefeated, reigning, defending, undisputed world champions, the Pittsburgh Passion of the Women's Football League. Mike Tyson, Larry Holmes aren't the greatest boxers of all time. The greatest boxer of all time is Layla Ali, 24-0, 21 knockouts. Susie McConnell-Serio won a basketball championship in high school for Seton LaSalle. She was a college All-American at Penn State. She's an Olympic gold medalist. She was a WNBA All-Star. She was a WNBA Coach of the Year. She won 5 WPIAL championships, 3 state championships for Oakland Catholic. She was the Dapper Dan Sportswoman of the Year twice. She's in the Basketball Hall of Fame. If Susie McConnell-Serio was a man, there'd be a statue in her honor somewhere. Listen, we have equality for the white man. We got equality for the black man. We got equality for the red man. We got equality for the yellow man. We got equality for the gay man. How about a little equality for the woman?
Smoking Jim, I'm at a loss of words right now. I've only heard 90% of that last year. 10%'s new, but I'm still shocked. You never cease to amaze me, Smoking Jim. It's 4 years of doing the show, and that's what's on your mind? I gave you another chance. All right, that was very honorable, but I'm going to check to see who he is with this weekend. Because my friend's only as good as the last person he was with. And he named about 10 people. You only missed a couple people, just so you know. What's on my mind, how could it not be? This is Pittsburgh, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think? I never saw so many smiles on people's faces. I mean, not early in the morning, but later on after the snow and they found out it wasn't that bad. The Steelers are in the playoffs. I predicted 8-8. Now, we know they're not a perfect team. They had one of the toughest schedules. I'm an optimist. If you watch our show the last 4 years, you can check the film. I predicted last year 12-4. I was right. I picked 13-3, 14-2. This year I picked 8-8. And I hate being wrong, but I like it this year because I actually had to thank Rex Ryan on Pittsburgh Sportsline for helping us. Then I saw Permanis sending some sandwiches for him. So it must be a good year, must be our year. I can't believe the schizophrenic Steeler fans. I discovered it. My doctor friends call it a disease now. And you probably notice it. Hopefully you're not suffering from it. When they lose, fire Tomlin, get rid of the whole team. What do you mean these guys play in the NFL? They win. Tomlin's going to make the Hall of Fame. Butler's the greatest defensive coach since LeBeau. Well, maybe not so. And the players, you got to love the players. Big Ben's even fighting, knocking a guy down. Did you see that in the end zone? And then he made a bad wrestling move. He fell on his own back. But I hate to be critical of the Steelers. They're going to the Super Bowl now. Not that I'm one of those schizophrenic fans, because I don't play the sport. How many of you have won 6 Super Bowls? How many of you played in all those? Okay, there's one, Devin Shea. He's needs some medication. And we'll be playing Cincinnati again, and they're a little bit damaged. Now, Smoking Jim, I'm not going to talk about all the faults that the defense has. I'm not going to talk about, it's basically a no-name defense. D'Angelo Williams probably will not play, and I'm an optimist. And if he does play, when you have a 293-pound guy fall on your ankle, I don't know how many of you guys can start running 4.2 again. But I'm hopeful. How about let's go Steelers? I believe they'll go to the Super Bowl. Anybody gets lucky like they are with the talent and team that they have, and they've been rebuilding 4 years, as quoted by me. Let's go Steelers all the way to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 50 will be number 7 for us. That's awesome. Our next segment is we bring up guests, and we have to bring up a first-time guest. And she put all kind of makeup on, and she brought Smoking Jim a ginger ale, and he needs another one. So Lindsay Marie, who represents Hollywood Lanes, will you please come up for your first interview? Lindsay Marie, welcome to Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Thank you.
We appreciate you making the time out of your busy schedule and evening to be our guest.
If you're hosting it at my place, I gotta show up on the show.
I won't talk about last month then, but I like what you're saying now. This is a great venue. I remember bowling duck pins here a long, long, long time ago. And you've really dressed the place up. Can you tell us a little bit about this venue?
Well, the bowling alley itself has been here for about 89 years now. So it was once named Hollywood Recreational. Or
You're
Hollywood.
going back in history.
Oh yeah, when it was like first open, it was once a Lucky Strike. If you look over the bar, there is a Lucky
like
Strike
it.
ice cream bar sign.
Here, smile at Frank. He likes to take photos of us. Thanks, Frank.
When the guys were doing construction here and they tore the wall down there, they actually found that sign in the wall and renovated it, and it became the centerpiece for the bar.
It's beautiful. If we could pan over to it, we would, but I don't want to distract Rosie there. She's doing a fine job. So you got all this, put some money into it, open it up as a bowling alley, and an entertainment center is what I call it. Is that right?
Well, yeah, Jeff ultimately gets the credit for everything. I just
Not
run the
Jeffrey
place.
Park, my
I
man.
just run the place.
Okay. You're like the manager extraordinaire.
I do everything I can.
And did you put that graphic up there,
I
that
did.
scrolling screen? There, Pittsburgh Sportsline is up in lights. First time ever. We're honored.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
So what happens here? They perform, musicians come up here because there's all kind of...
Up on the stage, we do a variety of things. I believe it's the second Sunday of the month. We have belly dancers up here. We have DJs every Friday and Saturday night. We also do live bands. For New Year's, we had a live band and a DJ. We've had the Flow Band here. We've had Billy Price here. We're working on getting the Clarks here for a event we are going to do for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Great.
Jeff is actually pretty good friends with the acoustic manager for the Clarks, so hopefully that's something we'll get up here. And there's a variety of different things we do. We do there's this.
What's your phone number? No, not your personal one. Hollywood Lanes.
Hollywood Lanes at 412-563-ROLL. That is 412-563-7655.
Yeah, we needed that. We know you're Lindsay Marie on Facebook. Thanks for liking our stuff and sharing these event pages too. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for hosting a show here every first Monday of the month.
Definitely. We're honored to do that. And we got some great guests coming up. Anything else you want to say about the place that for anybody?
If you haven't been here yet, you got to stop down and check us out. We run very nice specials on the weekend. It's $20 per person for 2 hours of bowling, shoes included. We offer a free bar at the moment. We have a DJ every Friday, Saturday night. We are open until 2 a.m. every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. During the week, we run a special for 3 games of bowling. You get $12 per person, 3 games of bowling, shoes included. And we also run our 2-hour special on the weekdays. It's just discounted to $15 per person for 2 hours of bowling, shoes included. We do birthday parties as well, so call us and find out our pricing for birthday parties.
Any restriction on ages?
We do birthday parties from 2 years old, 1 year old. Even if you want to have an infant baby here, you can have them.
How about 100 years old?
You can come down and bowl. We have a ramp for you.
There we go. You got it all right here. Lindsay Marie. Thank you. I appreciate it. Smoking Jim, we got a returning guest who is a champ. She was in a huge competition for Jet Setter magazine, and she didn't want to be up first. So I think second qualifies, so we'll bring Rebecca up right now. Woo! Hold it. I have to at least hold it for a second because you don't know the story, or maybe you do. But he has 3 rooms. He has 3 rooms. It's their shrines of a lot of photos like that. We don't want to get into that. Smoking Jim, good luck with the new one.
On top of the trophy case.
How many do you have in there?
That's getting scary.
It already is, believe me. I never used to mention it, but I couldn't hold back anymore. Just imagine that. And we have a Sweeties for Jimmy contest, and nobody's in second place. He has more Sweeties. And you qualified for another photo. So I'm not in competition with him because he started ahead of me, and you can't catch up to 1 million when you just start today. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You want to tell them your name?
My name's Rebecca. Second time on the show.
That's great.
Thanks for having me back.
I'm just glad you agreed to come back on. We thought we scared you off with that first show.
No, I loved it. It was great.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. And I see we have you sitting in the right seat.
We do.
'Cause we
you
had
can see
a-
me this time.
Yeah. Well, we can see. We
I was
just couldn't
hiding
see
behind
that
my
hidden
hair last
eye. You had that hidden eye.
Yeah.
Do you want to just update some of our fans? Because people ask me all the time, even though they see you on Facebook, what happened?
With the Jet Set competition.
I think you're spot on with that.
Yeah.
I ask
Well-
a couple of hard questions. Any of the other guests that come up, I do try to stump you on one question, and I didn't on that one.
You did not.
Okay, thank you.
Well, it was about a 3-month competition, and it started out with over 10,000 contestants, and I made it all the way to 4th.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah. So I got some nice prizes and
Tease us with a prize or two. Tell us what a prize or two.
a trip for 4 to Cabo. $2,500.
Good for you.
And the nicest thing of all, the owner of the magazine actually called me personally and is going to be part of my next
Fundraising thing.
fundraising, yeah, that I'm in, and he's going to be donating for me, which was
That's
part of what I
huge.
was going to be doing with the Jet Set magazine. That was one of the reasons why I was trying to win the cover.
Well, that is big.
Yeah. So,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Consolation prizes were okay.
Thank you. They were great. Yeah. Can't wait to go.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
especially where it's warm.
Yeah.
Right
So March 3rd starts. I was nominated by the Leukemia Society for Woman of the Year. So I'll be doing a 10-week fundraiser with them. So hopefully I'll
Any
be able
help you
to
need?
quadruple my original donation to them.
Well, I told you off the show or, off the record, but on the record, any help that you need, just ask us.
Thank
We
you.
like helping to promote good people. We're blessed to be on TV. I thank Bethel Park for allowing me out in the neighborhoods on location. And I just wanted to interrupt this. I was just given an award from Bethel Park, and the mayor of Bethel Park just told me about if I would accept the monthly award for the person that makes Bethel Park a better place to live.
Nice.
So
Do you win a trip to Cabo for it?
I win a trip to downtown Bethel Park. I get to watch a Disney movie in the police station. No, that's not on there. I'm sorry. No, I am honored, but that's part of what we do, and I just feel grateful that I can meet good people, and they're doing good things in Pittsburgh, and you're one of those people.
Thank
so
you. Thank
any
you.
help, even Smoking Jim, even if it's a picture that he has to be in with you, and you're scantily clad, I mean, he'll agree to it.
And I bring food.
Oh, if you bring food. I mean, we got hoagies from Campede's under here. I mean, sorry, I'm not.
do too.
Yeah, we do. Thanks to my best PR guy besides me, Skip Atkins, 83 years old. Everything I post on Facebook, even personal stuff, he shares it. He doesn't stop. He even tells me they're great photos. Not that one. But thanks, Skip.
I tell you, you look good in a suit.
Thank you. All right, I'll wear a suit.
He did. I saw that.
I'll wear a suit for one of her fundraisers. How's
Perfect.
that?
Perfect.
For Rebecca's fundraiser.
Sounds good to me.
All right. And what else are you doing there? You got this initial IFFB?
Yeah, I'm an
What does that mean? 'Cause I got
International
NPC.
Federation of Bodybuilding. I'm a figure pro. I will be
Tell
competing.
him what that means, because
Well, that means I went pro.
And you went from the MPC,
Yeah,
right?
from the
Yes.
I started in the NPC. Yeah, and IFBB is the pro division.
I think that takes hard work and dedication.
It does, yeah. I don't know exactly when I'm competing yet, but I'm training all year constantly for when I do decide. But
Okay.
it's basically an all year round thing with working out. It's constant, so hopefully this summer. If not, I'll be competing again by next year. But
Okay. And you don't know,
taking a little bit of a break.
what is it for bodybuilding, bikinis, or what is this?
I'm actually crossing over to bikini this year.
Well, I must be clairvoyant.
so-
I must be clairvoyant or something. How does this happen?
Yeah, I'm
Another Pittsburgh sports line first. The talking machine was
Yeah.
clairvoyant. I didn't know that.
But it takes a little bit of change, a little bit of changes I have to make. So with the body. So I'm working on that. I'm going to actually
We only
try to.
have one body. When you
Yeah.
talk about it, it makes me think like you're creating something else in the
I
laboratory.
am. I'm converting to one body to another body.
Man, I need some help with this body. It's never been this old before. It's aging as we speak. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it may be this year, but it might be next year. But definitely by
It's
next
going to be
year.
a work
so.
in progress, but it
It is.
sounds like you got a lot of work in fundraising.
Yeah, I'm going to be busy this year, so that's going to be part of the deciding factor too, is if I have time to actually compete this year.
Well, thanks for sharing it. Now, how do they get a hold of you? Don't give out your phone number or anything, please.
A couple different ways. I have a website, RebeccaFit.net, or
Rebecca Fit.
RebeccaFit, RebeccaFit.net.
Like those Fitbits.
That's spelled N-E-T.
I like that.
Or my Facebook page is Rebecca Eger, E-G-E-R. There's a little IFBB Pro in parentheses.
I saw that. It confused
I post
me.
everything public, so
No, I know.
everything will
and
be
I'm
on
only
there.
telling because we had a little faux pas with your phone number last
They
time.
posted my phone number on the
'Cause
TV.
when Devin goes around, Devin goes, put down your information. They didn't know what information it was. Smoking Jim always goes 36, 24, 36. That is not what we do on a family show. You didn't know.
No.
So you put the phone number out. We threw the
I
whole
almost
video
panicked.
away with no problem.
Yeah,
worked
you got
out.
it off pretty quick.
We tried.
Yeah.
So that's how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, those two places will have the links to all the things that are going on, and probably the easiest
And plus,
way to
if
get
you
hold of me.
see what I do, I'll share what she puts out there. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, I know
Okay?
you will. You always do.
Okay, I will. And where's your best PR guy, Bobby? Is he working?
No, but he actually is on my team for the campaign because he did so good with all my PR
He was
work.
one of the most annoying guys after me.
Oh, he was great though. He did
People
a really
loved it.
He did a really good
No, I
job.
know.
Yeah,
He
he
did.
he really did a lot for me. So
Well, I wanted to thank
I'll be
him.
counting on him
I
for
wanted to
this.
thank him for getting me involved in that, even though he was annoying the heck out of me. He goes,
Yeah.
"Will you like what she does?" I go, "Once I tell you I like it, everybody knows that. I keep
Yeah.
liking it." Now, Smoking Jim, I can't answer for my brother from another mother. He's still trying to figure out what you do when you sign into Facebook. And we're done with this segment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck. Happy New Year. Tell us your name.
My name's Matt Black.
What's that NPC in front of you?
NPC stands for National Physique Committee.
Okay.
So that's the bodybuilding organization that I compete in.
So you're a competitor.
I am.
I thought you were a trainer too.
I do that too.
I thought you were a school teacher.
I do that also.
What grades do you teach?
Well, I've taught all. I've taught kindergarten through 12th grade, but
So you're a K to 12 guy.
well, yes, I am. And currently, right now, I'm teaching K through 6.
Okay.
So
What subject?
health and phys ed.
Oh, good. We can talk sports then. I was worried maybe we couldn't. Do you have a favorite sport?
I do. Football is my favorite. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you
Definitely.
play? Did you play football?
I did play football in high school. Yeah.
Tell us where, because Smoking Jim will know somebody where you played.
All right. I played in Conneaut Lake, Pennsylvania.
You stumped him. He's an NFL
Is this the
scout.
first? All right.
You are the first. I don't have a prize for you. I got a green pen. Here, you can have a green
That'll work,
pen.
that'll work,
He
okay.
breaks them most of the time. You can see it's damaged. Yeah, we'll give you that. You actually stumped him. What position did you play?
Believe it or not, I played both offense and defense, and I played offensive
Conneaut,
guard.
I believe that.
Yeah. Well, Conneaut, yeah. So I played offensive guard.
vacation time.
It is. So I played offensive guard and defensive end.
That's quite the mix.
It is. And it was what's funny is when I was in high school, I was a lot smaller too, and when I graduated high school, I only weighed 150 pounds, and our running back was about 225 pounds. Wow. Yeah. So
I think you should have switched.
yeah, we should have, but hey,
Who was your coach?
he was a good runner.
Was he? No, that's what counts. Did you get a scholarship then, playing both positions, both ways?
No, I wish I would have. That would have saved me a lot of money.
Well, I brought it up. I'm always hopeful. And he's a scout. He helps a lot of people
Yeah.
out there. He scouts for the NFL, but he also gets kids into college. And
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
But we actually had a kid in the district that I teach at. One of the games this year, he scored 10 touchdowns and got like 700 yards against a school. It was Du Bois who they played.
Was that the one you guys were talking bad about? How could they run up a score like that?
Maybe it was.
Was that real football?
Yeah, I seen that.
Because it made the national news or something too, I think.
It might have. I know it was going around.
They were scoring back left and right. Yeah, that was good.
So,
Well, no doubt. Well, I'm glad I met you. Let's hear a little bit about this competition that you do.
okay. Yeah, I compete in the NPC, which is the National Physique Committee. I do shows down here in Pittsburgh.
When was your last show?
Last show was about a year ago.
Okay. How'd you do?
Well,
I'm results oriented. So.
okay. Well, here I'll start here. About a year and a half ago now, almost 2 years ago actually, I did the Mid-Atlantic Cup, which is in Homestead. I believe it's the Carnegie Music Library. Is that what it's called? I walked out there with 3 trophies, became nationally qualified in that one.
Don't tell me anymore.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right, great.
No, because you're making excuses, because I can tell a year and a half ago, a year ago. Oh, let me go back. No, that's great. Well, what got you motivated to do this? Because we talked to a lot of people, and the beginning of the year, people were setting goals, all except for Smoking Jim. Now, people say I'm picking on him.
Yeah.
I am not picking on him. He does this. He even tells me he's going to drink. Well, we won't say all the healthy stuff I tell him. He's not. He drinks green tea, which I do, so he says. So what got you started?
I started when I was 12 years old. My dad actually started me lifting weights in the basement. I went to him and I asked him, I saw the guys on TV, like the pro wrestlers and
Right.
the big football players with the big muscles, and I was like, that's what I want to look like. So I asked my dad to help me out. So he took me in the basement. My dad taught me a lot. And then during football, I remember we had this coach that came to our school when I was in 9th grade. And, I was still lifting weights at the time. I wasn't that, I was kind of transitioning into getting more serious about it at the time, only in 9th grade.
Yeah.
And, he was really built and, had the physique that I wanted. And he was always saying after practice, working out, and I would stay with him and work out with him. I'd stay after school, even after football season was over, and I'd work out. And it just continued from there.
So it
And
become a year-round activity.
absolutely, yeah.
You didn't stop.
I never stopped, no.
And then you decided to compete.
I did, yeah. Yeah, there was a guy at the local gym that was competing, and he was very successful. And
Out of Conneaut.
he was actually living in Meadville,
Okay, I'm
which is
trying
right
to
down
get
the road.
I
yeah. And
I'm
so
just trying to get this in my mind where you're moving around to.
I'm moving all over the place.
Okay.
Right here. But
And you're teaching school.
I wasn't at that point. I wasn't
Okay.
at that point. But so that guy approached me and he asked me if I ever considered competing, and I never did at that point. But he got me into it, and I really enjoyed it. And
And you stuck with it.
yeah, yep.
And now when do you compete again? Because I don't want to hear. I'm glad you're a winner. I like bringing winners on. But not everybody can be a winner, but you're
Right.
trying to stay in shape. You're making a difference with
Right.
kids, yourself, and your life too. So
Right.
that's what I'm about.
Right. I'm thinking about doing 2 shows this coming spring. One of them would be that Mid-Atlantic Cup again.
Okay.
And I'm thinking about possibly doing the Pittsburgh Pro Show also.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you.
I actually did that 2 years in a row when I was 21 and 22 years old.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So I did that a long time ago. So
No, it's great. Is there any way for people to get a hold of you except on Facebook or?
yeah, they can get a hold of me on Facebook, NPC Matt Black, or
And that's why I was kidding you.
Okay.
Because when you said friend me on Facebook, I couldn't find Matt Black.
yeah, you have to look for that NPC. Yeah.
Because I'm familiar with NPCs. We've had a lot on our shows.
Right.
You heard Rebecca graduated from NPC.
That's right. Rebecca is like top notch. She went from the NPC to the IFBB.
Please don't tell him anymore.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
Are you
go from
really?
the NPC to the IFBB, which is pro, like Rebecca is.
I have a quick question. You're in the physique division, right?
Yes.
What would you say to, because I think that's the future of bodybuilding is the physique, but a lot of the old-time bodybuilders are hating on you guys. What do you say to those guys?
It's all about personal preference. I still like the bodybuilding. Back when in my 20s, I was doing the bodybuilding, and now physique came out, and I'm not a massive guy, so that fits more towards me. I think I have a better chance of going pro in the physique, and now this year they're starting classic physique, which is kind of in between regular physique and bodybuilding. So that's
Nice
another
question.
avenue.
Best question of the new year.
That was a good question.
That was awesome. No, it was. You gave more
was.
details than I thought you could on that. No, that's great.
Yep.
And here's what I say, Smoking Jim. These young kids today taught me, haters will hate. I mean, I can't make that up. You just compete and do what you do, brother.
That's right. That's all you got. That's
Right.
all you can do.
Thanks for being on our show.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
You take care.
All right.
We want you
Thank
back
you.
after you win your next championship.
All right, I'll get a hold of you.
You know how.
Sounds good.
Take care.
All right, thanks.
Smoking Jim, this next guest come all the way from the Meadows Racetrack and Casino. He's a trainer of the SummerSlam stable, and if anybody's followed us, you know we're promoting what, horse ownership, Smoking Jim? He owns 2%. The USTA, United States Trotting Association, promotes it. The Meadows Standardbred Owners Association promotes that with Heather Wilder. And we've met Timothy Twaddle. He's coming up now. He's the trainer of the SummerSlam stable and his own private stable. Tim, nice to make it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And even though he's from Canada, he's black and gold.
Yeah, baby.
Go Steelers. Tell them your name and what you do, because I don't know if I muddied up that water or anything.
Not at all.
Did I cover it all?
Yeah, you got her. Yeah.
Good.
My name's Tim Twaddle. I've lived in the States since 1995. I'm from Ontario, Canada. But I moved to the Meadows to race horses there and lived back and forth between California and moved here permanently in '06. And that's about it. I train and drive a stable at the track. Smoking Jim is one of my best owners.
All right.
Yeah, baby.
There you go.
We've got a horse that he had a few starts. He's right now he's off with an injury, but I have 23 horses at the track, and not all of them race. A lot of them are young, just learning to train and
I
hopefully
need you to
race. but-
explain. Like people hear horses, they think of thoroughbreds.
Right.
I'm a big fan of the harness horse, standardbred, and the sulky. I mean, I've been in a sulky a couple times. He's been in one. We won't talk about that. And you don't really ride them on their back, although some of them you can, because they're race horses. They're great athletes in my book. Some of the best you ever meet.
That's right. They're hooked up to sulkies or race bikes, as we now call them, and we sit behind them as opposed to being on their back. And they start from a mobile starting gate, and they race a distance of 1 mile. We race year round. People say this time of year, geez, when do you guys shut down? We roll all year round. So
Smoking Jim asked that question.
yeah.
He was afraid to ask you.
No.
He was fearful of that.
Since when?
He goes to me, talking machine, you mean they race all year round, even in the winter? He got to see it. It was a white out there. The one day it snowed.
That's what did us in.
Yeah.
It was a bad track.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go all year. It's no fun in the cold,
Definitely.
but we go year round.
You know what? We want to thank you publicly for inviting us to your house for a great party. Great job. And then I feel I was set up. Who do I sit with at a table? Now, everybody here, if you haven't met me, you know I talk to everybody. And I try to make new friends. Well, not all the time, but I do try. So his neighbor is a Patriot fan wearing a Patriot hat.
We threw him out.
Well, you had to use me as the weapon first.
We threw him out. He's out. Well, that's it.
Yeah. It didn't last. He didn't last long.
No.
And
He was outnumbered.
Yeah. Well, he was overwhelmed by the talking machine because he couldn't.
Most of us are, Alan.
Oh, I didn't know that. You know, but the food was great. I come back strong after that little debacle without a problem. And I was glad he was gone. And then a couple of your other horse owners.
Once we got rid of the riffraff, then we had some fun.
Yeah, we got down to Steeler talk.
Yes.
So it was quite enjoyable. I mean, more enjoyable. And those Buckeyes, Smoking Jim's not usually a Ohio type of guy, but a Buckeye, if you had a Christmas cookie Buckeye, he ate almost one more than me. Of course, I just had to stop him because I turned him on to that. But it was just a great party. Sophia's a great hostess. You got a great family there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And what should we look for in 2016 with the Twaddle Stable and SummerSlam Stable?
Wow, lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and obviously everyone's got an open invitation to my barn. Any day you're not working or you're bored or you want to come down and bring your kids, bring your friends down to pat some horses and feed some carrots, you're welcome to come and see me. We'd love to have you, and the horses love the treats, and we love company, and the closer you get to them, the more you'll have an appreciation to what we do, and
Smoking Jim,
yeah.
I think he's not calmed down yet. I mean, we have him on some medication, and he's doing pretty good. He hasn't fed them carrots or anything yet by himself. You hold your hand flat, because a horse has teeth that are like a vice grip, Smoking Jim. So you hold your hand flat, keep the thumb down, put everything right on there. I have a little experience, and they'll just nip at you, and it doesn't hurt. They may pinch you, but they won't get. They might catch some flesh on you, but we're trying to work on that. You got NPC, IFFB. If you don't get in better shape this year, I surrender. All right? And that's our horse racing segment. It's a family-friendly type of atmosphere. When you go to his barn, it's a clean barn as much as they can be, because some horses, I mean, they're animals, Smoking Jim. So things happen. You just watch where you walk, like he warns me every so often. Watch where you're walking, because I'm talking. So what can you do? But we had a great time at your barn. We hope to see more success and more horses out there. Can't wait to be back.
Here, here.
Good luck to you.
Thanks so much for having
I
me.
enjoyed meeting
Thanks for
your mom
coming.
as well.
Oh, yeah.
My mom was a
Hold
trip.
it. Wait, one more story. His mother, tell me how old she is.
89.
89 years old. Smoking Jim was saying at least you didn't have to race anybody to the door. I told her, because I like challenging people, and she's a go-getter. I said, I think I can beat you to the door. She took off. She beat me before I got started.
She's a fireball.
She's unbelievable. I invited her to the show, but she left so quickly to get back to Canada, she couldn't make it here.
What did you say to her?
I said, well, after she kissed me, I didn't know what to say. She told me, you didn't.
Stop running, and that was there.
No, she said, she goes, you didn't stand a chance. I don't even know what that meant. So she's welcome back anytime to defend herself and the race from here to the door. And she's quick.
She's quick for a piece.
Yes, she is. For 89 or any year. Thanks again. You have a safe trip home.
Thanks, pal.
For being here.
Thanks very much.
All right, my next guest, Brian Cole. He actually helps one of the top teams here in Pittsburgh with fundraising. So I'm bringing him on here, but tonight I have a musician theme to it. So Brian Cole, come up and let's talk. Introduce yourself.
I'm Brian Cole.
And what do you do?
I play center for the Lakers. No, I'm kidding.
This is why I have him on. One of my best friends. Now I have to tell this because I'm not going to sugarcoat it. One of my best friends who I met through Gladiators of the Cage, Ray Reamer, Smoking Jim and I know him. Great guy, one of the best sound engineers you ever meet.
Yep.
This guy is phenomenal. And he was talking to me about another good guy. And Ray's never lied to me.
Till now.
All of a sudden I see this name pop up on Facebook. Hey, can I be on your show? I'm a friend of Ray Reamer. I'm like, wow, where's this coming from? We need a photo first. Smile at Frank. I don't know how these things happen. Some people say you're getting more popular, Al. I don't know about that. But, so I have a steady thing. Smoking Jim knows this because he doesn't talk on his phone much. It's text only. But I like to talk to people on the phone. If they message me, I go, I'd rather not text unless it's yes or no. And he didn't want to hear yes or no, I guess, for some reason. So he said, call me. Gave my phone number. We ended up talking for an hour.
We did, yeah.
Now, he gave the same answer he did about being a center for the Lakers. But he didn't say the kindergarten Lakers.
That's right.
So,
yeah. From
and
Baton Rouge,
then I
Louisiana.
said, I think you sound like you're about 5'2". He goes, what do you have, a video phone? I go, because most people would never use something like that.
Well, I was going to bring a high chair. I didn't know. You know,
They have them in
They
back.
do? All right.
Yeah.
We'll get that next
I
time.
said you're over the weight limit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I did tell him that.
I am. All these bodybuilders and stuff. I'm like, I got to
You
get
look
back
like
to
a
the gym.
bodybuilder.
No, I've been eating great
Tell me
food
what
over the holidays.
instrument you play in the music world.
I play guitar, I sing, and I produce.
You have CDs?
I have an album that I did on Warner Brothers about 15 years ago.
Okay,
And,
so you don't have anything current.
No, doing a new record now.
Good.
Yeah, it's going to be
Good
out.
luck.
It's going to be out this year.
Well, you know we're a sports-themed show,
Yes.
and I sort of missed the sports, but you covered it with the Lakers Center.
Yes.
Not well, but... Now, without further suspense, because I'm interested
Right.
in this, what do you do with the Penguins?
I
Besides play center on their team.
do. Yeah. We fight over that. But no, I actually several years ago I became friends with Brian Trottier and who's just absolutely amazing.
Tell
And
Smoking Jim who he is.
Brian Trottier played for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Actually has the record for the fastest goal. One of the fastest goals in history. I think it was under 5 seconds from the time of the face-off to the time of the goal he was in. But anyway, we became good friends, and he said, how would you like to be a part of the Mario Lemieux Foundation, which they do the Mario Lemieux Fantasy Hockey Camp each and every year. So I started getting involved with them and met everyone at the foundation, and we've just, every year, we've raised money, and we continue to do it. And we're doing it again, actually, on the 22nd of this month at Consol Energy Center.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really blessed and honored to be a part of it. I really am.
Oh, it is great.
Yeah.
No doubt. And that's what Ray told me, you were all about that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It was hard to pull it out of you. I'm glad I finally did.
Well, yeah. I'm a man of few words. You know.
That's it,
Did I
folks.
stump you?
No, I was just going to say that's it. Rarely do I have to worry about somebody shutting themselves down, but he did.
I did.
Usually I go, I'm the talking machine, you're done.
Yeah,
Oh, I gave you that secret.
you did.
So you decide to
I-
one-up me.
I tried.
You did. You win.
Did I
You're
really?
done.
Wow.
That doesn't help, though. How do they get a hold of you? 'Cause
Brian.
you're a great guy.
Well, thank you.
You put up with my sarcasm, which I appreciate
Well,
that.
we're yeah,
Similar.
Very much. Yeah.
I was worried there, folks. This is a family show. I'm winning awards left and right. I don't want them to take the award
Congratulations
back.
on it.
Yeah,
It's
thank
very
you.
cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate it. Well, it takes all the people out here, our fans that come out, our guests that come out. You're a new guest and fan. We appreciate that. So that's what helps. I'm blessed to be on TV, and if I can help people get the word out, if you need any help with any fundraising or something you're doing, let me know.
Thank you.
Or you have some good things happening, come on out. Let's spread the word in
I'd
the
love
community.
to. I'd love to.
And I appreciate you coming out tonight.
Thank you
too.
very much.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Take care. How can they get a hold of you?
BrianColeMusic.com, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of stuff.
Same thing.
So
B-R-Y.
BRYAN.
And
Yes.
Cole?
C-O-L-E.
C-O-A-L?
COLE.
You know it's Pittsburgh.
I'm sorry. Cole. I do a Pittsburgh accent, you know.
Could you?
I do. Very much.
You gonna go downtown?
I'm going to go down there. Is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down there and watch Penguins tomorrow.
How do they call the console?
Consol Energy Center, you know.
Okay. Get out of here. Now, Smoking Jim, this next guest is a friend of mine, and this is football season, and I never thought we'd have a Lombardi on Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're going to bring him up, and you're going to be shocked out of your mind with his answers. Lou Lombardi, come on up, buddy. Now, this gentleman informed me earlier he's never been on TV.
Al's gonna pop my cherry.
He's been on.
This is a family show. I try to keep it clean.
It's a family. Here.
What are you eating over there? Nah, he's chewing gum.
We have nothing but class here.
I like it. Class is a good thing.
Yes. Now, you know I got to bring up about your name. I tried to warn you. I couldn't hold back.
Go ahead. Go bring it up.
There's a trophy
Bring it on.
named after your family.
That's right. It's my dad.
Now, Pinocchio's alive and well on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
Yeah, no relation.
You're kidding. He's heartbroken. Look at him. You know, he got one
Just
of
keep
our...
chewing. Give him another piece of gum. He'll be all right.
I'm all right. He keeps sticking it on my elbow.
Ah, that's what
Why
that
do you
is.
think I
We
can't
thought it was
move?
like eczema or something, you know.
No, it'd be flaky.
Yeah. Not
You're
gummy.
the only flaky one right now.
Ah, well, this
all right,
happens.
Lombardi is not your dad.
No.
He's
No,
not.
Lombardi is my dad, but not that Lombardi. Different Lombardi.
Vince.
Yeah.
Vince is your dad.
In Italy,
Vincenzo.
Lombardi's like Smith. So there you are.
Next, you'll tell
I
me.
hate to break your heart, but
Now
that's
you'll
how it
tell
is.
me Levine's like Smith and Patel's like Smith and Smith is like Smith.
Oh, you know. You'll have it.
Fair
You'll
said.
have that. You'll
Fairly
have that.
said.
You're fairly said. The talking machine. I mean, how can you out-talk the talking machine?
Many have tried.
Well,
What do you want to
tried
talk
and
about?
failed.
Hold it. I found out one
Oh,
subject.
boy. Hold it. Go ahead.
One subject we can't talk about is
Oh, boy.
sports.
We can talk about sports.
You told me not to.
Go Steelers.
All right.
No.
That's
no,
all
wait a
he
minute.
knows
No,
about
just,
the
just,
Steelers.
just to keep it with Brian, go Stillers.
Steelers.
Stillers. The double L is always pronounced with a W. W, Stillers.
I'm noticing a sort of trend with musicians here.
Oh, boy.
And their speech impediments.
What?
Are you a singer?
A little.
Okay.
Here and
That-
here and
he
there,
said- he
here
said
and
the
there.
same thing. Here and there.
Here and there.
Now, how long have you been a musician? Because we're not talking sports with you anymore.
Well, we didn't even talk sports, but okay.
That's why. Do you want to?
Well, I was born, so that's when I was a musician, pretty much.
Really?
Yes. My entire family's musicians. Everybody in my family plays something, does
awesome.
stuff, yes.
So Lombardis have a musician type family.
Completely. My grandfather was and great-grandfathers, they were musicians in
Did
Italy.
they make instruments?
No, but they played a lot of different
I
instruments.
always try to stump a guess. That sort of works.
I feel stumped.
It hits you.
Well, I'm growing a stump. Go ahead.
Here, let me put some lemon on it.
Him and his lemon.
It's an
He's been telling
antibacterial.
everybody, but put lemon on it.
It's an antibacterial.
This isn't my big fat Greek wedding, okay? Oh, that's Windex. That's Windex. So what are we going to talk about, Al? What are you drinking?
This is
A straight vodka.
Water with
Straight
ice.
vodka with lemons.
All right. Well, what do
An
you
entire
do
lemon
during
tree.
Steelers season?
What I do during Steelers season? Well, I usually watch the Steelers and play my guitar at the same time.
How's that work out?
It works awesome. When they do good, like it's crazy, you know.
Now,
When they do
tell
bad,
tell
you know.
the genre that you play.
I'm a rock musician. I like the rock genre because in rock you can kind of do anything you want. You play a little blues, you play a little country, nobody bats an eye. But if it's your country and you play rock, people go, too rock, you know. Rock, you can't be too rock for rock, right, Brian? Yep.
How'd you become friends with him?
Just now, right?
He's not claiming that.
He's nodding. I like what you're doing with the hair. I'm working on mine, as you can see. Get out of here with your lemons.
Little lemon juice.
Put a little lemon
There.
juice on. Maybe I'll look like that, huh?
It's keeping mine dark.
Look at that. That's what it is. See, if I had lemon juice, I'd look like that.
We're not talking about that. Thanks for your sports insights. I would just love to see it. He's a great musician. He has a lot of things he does with musicians. You have like a blog, podcast.
Yes, I promote.
Tell me some of this stuff.
I promote music, primarily independent rock artists, through my podcast. You can find that at Ludini.
Say that slow. 'Cause
Ludini, like Houdini, but Lou, like my name. Ludini, rockandrollcircus.com. And if you go there, you can hear all my podcasts. We promote independent artists. We do a lot of interviews. And recently I've got to interview some very cool people like Leslie West from the band Mountain, who's got a new record it just put out about a month ago. So we've got to do some very cool stuff here.
No, it's great. I follow a lot of what you do because I met you through Joanne Quinn Smith and
Joanne.
Forrester.
Yes, good
You know,
person.
the techno granny. Smoking Jim knows her. That's one of the few honest answers he gave tonight.
In between chews.
He
Techno,
normally-
Granny.
He normally doesn't chew gum, but for this
Get
year,
outta here.
No, seriously. This year in 2016, he's a changed man. His opening only regurgitated 90% of what he did in 2015.
Only 90.
Yeah, and then the theme was totally women. And then I was
What?
thinking back, he doesn't do that all the time. He's an NFL scout. He's a Steelers scout. So I find it very odd. Think about it. What did the Steelers do? Or Steelers?
Steelers. And
Playoffs.
they go in the playoffs.
And he didn't mention that.
What?
That's what I said. So nobody realized how amazed I was. Now you're on the same page as me.
I'm okay. We're getting on the same page.
Okay. We're not going to talk any more sports with you.
What else would you
That
like?
was enough.
What can I do for you, Al?
Well, you're one of the greatest promoters in music. So I appreciate, I always try to copy off other successful people in the different venues that I'm in.
Sure.
So I keep watching the latest things you do. I'm not in a podcast yet. I've been asked to do podcasts, but we have a problem. We have 1-hour TV shows. Now, I heard about the video podcast. So we may come out with something with video podcasts doing that.
Well, pretty much what you're doing is very similar.
Right.
With the interviews and everything. So
Sure.
getting the word out there. And thank you so much for having, for having me as a guest. I really appreciate it. I met you at a wedding.
Right.
And we bonded over the Federal Reserve and UFOs. That's another show.
Those are some other shows. I do have a show. I did start another show called Healthier, Happier You with another lady that has a football name, Bethany Montecalvo. She's my co-host. We do Healthier, Happier You.
Did you say co-host?
Yeah, co-host.
Co-host. It's just co-host. Bethany.
It's the lemon. Whatever you were drinking, it's starting to move over this way.
It's working over there. Okay.
It works really well. But no, we did bond over the Federal Reserve. So people can find out. Google that.
Google it.
A lot of them don't know that.
Google it. Google is not a dirty word. Good.
I had that conversation earlier.
I know.
Definitely. But thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime you want to come back and give an update on some musicians tied in with sports, if you ever do anything with sports, you can come on instantly. Just walk
I think I'm
in the
about.
door.
I think I'm going to join the Lakers with Brian.
I would think you'd be a power forward. You have the height compared to him.
Okay, that's saying
If he's a
something.
center,
I'm not taller than anybody, really.
I thought you'd have him by a quarter inch.
Well, maybe.
So you're a power forward there, because if he can lie,
Shaquille Lombardi.
it's a new branch of the family.
Exactly.
He's also a very funny guy. You have to check him out in concert.
If you run those
When's your next concert?
Well, what I've been doing is hosting an open stage at Moondogs on Wednesday nights.
Tell them about it.
If you get up to Moondogs up in Blue Onyx, it's one of Pittsburgh's time-honored heritage live music venues. Some of the greatest artists that have ever are known in the blues and rock genre have played there. People like Eric Sardinas and people like Joe Grishecki, Bill Toms. A lot of great musicians come through there all the time. And we host an open stage up there
When
on
is it
Wednesday.
now?
Every Wednesday night.
What time?
So usually can start around 8 o'clock, depending on how much bourbon we got going. But we're usually around 8 o'clock. Bring your guitar. It's an acoustic open stage. Songwriters are welcome. Come on up and showcase what you got.
Would you let Brian come up to visit you?
He's in.
Thank you.
He's in.
Another Pittsburgh Sportsline connection. Happy to have you on here.
Happy to be here.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Thank you. Will you slow down? At 83, thank you.
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in there.
Yeah.
The only time you look better.
And it's 82 in March.
What happened to 83?
I never made it yet.
You told me 83 once.
No.
Online.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, because you were getting crazy with sharing all my posts.
That could
I
be it,
overwhelmed
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The only time you look better is you were wearing your Pittsburgh Sportsline black shirt.
I know, but I brought Huggies to you from Campede's. That's why I have my Campede shirt on.
You tell Nick and everybody at Campede's, your daughter, and everybody else, thank you.
I will.
We appreciate it.
Okay, I will.
I'll enjoy this on the ride home since there's no snow.
Exactly. You can't eat one with them on ice.
Skip, you're the best.
Yeah, I try to be.
I'm glad you stayed up past your bedtime, too.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You have.
But I want to tell you who I want to bring in here next month.
This is what I'm waiting for. Wait till you hear this.
My great-grandson, 6 years old, from Center Court in a school in Mount Lebanon, one-handed, a swisher.
Wow. Wow, that's great.
I'm gonna try to have him here next month.
You work on that. Bring his parents.
Yeah, I will.
Get permission.
Yeah.
You come out. Skip, thanks for the hoagies. Thanks for everything you share.
Okay.
You're my man.
I try to be. Jimmy?
Happy birthday. I don't have many of our first edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline hats.
Thank you.
I know you got that great head of hair, but it's cold out. Here you go.
Is that for me?
That's for you, buddy. Happy birthday. Your Pittsburgh
Alan,
Sportsline.
thank you very much.
Hey, you've
Pittsburgh
given,
Sportsline. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You've given me poems.
Thank you.
You've given me other things, you know, from Pittsburgh sports memorabilia. The least I could do is give you one of our hats.
That's worth more than anything I've ever given you.
No, it's not.
Yes.
That poem
No.
was worth a lot. It's
No,
priceless. Why do you talk like that?
No, because no.
That's priceless. This is not.
No.
This is $10.
This is permanent.
It's yours.
This is to remember forever.
You got it,
the
brother.
sports line. But Alan,
People are asking your age. I'm not telling anybody.
You don't even know. You don't know.
I know you're younger than me, so I know right about how old you are. You don't want me to guess and then put it out there. Okay, go ahead. I stumped a guess. Who knew?
Seriously, everybody, thank you so much, Ellen. Thank you, Jim. Bonnie.
Was today your birthday or was it?
My birthday is actually January 2nd.
That's what I thought.
It's January 2nd.
I wished you a happy birthday on Facebook.
Yes, you did.
Because
And
everything's
thank
true
you.
on Facebook, right?
Yes, yes.
But you're out celebrating today with your best friend Bonnie, who I found out after I was telling that she wasn't a sports fan. She's a huge sports. Whoa, we can't get rid of Skip. Skip, smile to the camera. Frank, get a photo of this. Hold it, get a photo of this. Frank, Skip, stay there. We got to get this moment here.
Can I say?
Here, I'll hold the mic.
Okay. Oh! Everybody.
Where's Frank? He needs to stand up for your rights.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, let him get a photo. That's
actually,
awesome.
This is my favorite wine to drink, Geller Livingston Red Rosé. I love it, and this is aside from this.
Oh no, give me the hat back.
No,
give me that hat back. No, it's
no, Ellen. Please, no, the hat with the wine. No, when I drink the wine and I get drunk, I'll put the hat on.
Okay.
But
only on Pittsburgh Sportsline.
What a wonderful birthday gift. Thank you, everybody. I sure do appreciate it. Ellen, you're the best. Jim, you're the best.
Thank you, Bill.
Bonnie.
Bring Bonnie
I
up.
knew she wanted me to come here for this reason. I knew it.
There's the owner.
Free bowling for your birthday.
Thank you.
And
We enjoy you. We love having you here.
And we appreciate
you too, Jim. My man.
We're honored for you to greet us each month to come out. Thanks for the beautiful setup here. If you haven't been here, they set up some tables with tablecloths. It's unbelievable. Come on out here. You want to have some class at an entertainment center with Cosmic Bowling? This is the place.
Only the best for the best.
Thank you. Tell them the phone number to call you at this place, not your private one. I'm the only one that has
I'm willing
that.
to give the private one too, whatever it takes
No.
to get everybody to come out and bowl.
Give this one, because this will be out everywhere. Come on.
It's 412-563-ROLL. That's 7655. So that's 563-ROLL. That's 7655. Please come out and bowl, support us. We love your show, love having you. And you, Jim, as well.
We'll see you next month.
Yeah, we
Thanks
absolutely.
for dressing up. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to start wearing a suit and tie.
Thank you.
And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Stay Joey strong.
Joey Strong.